You ever watch two-star receivers sit on the bench for the opening series and feel the entire stadium lean in like it's waiting for the punchline? That was Monday night in Las Vegas. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens kept out for the first series, a quiet discipline that turned into one of the weirdest little midweek storylines the Cowboys have had this season. Lamb finally explained it. He and Pickens were out at Red Rock Casino the night before the game, had dinner and a few drinks, and missed curfew. That's the simple, unglamorous explanation for why both were held out to start the contest. Coach Brian Schottenheimer called it a coach's decision without getting into details, and the team treated it like a short, internal matter. Discipline done, next thing. WTOP News. Then the rumor mill did what rumor mills do. Reports began to swirl that Lamb had been seen vomiting in a casino early the next morning. Lamb pushed back hard on that narrative, calling the suggestion a disrespect and flat out denying it. He said he knows how to hold his liquor and that the vomiting story was false. He was blunt about what actually happened: dinner, drinks, a curfew missed, a consequence accepted. SI. What's striking about the whole thing is how quickly it fizzled into performance. Both players didn't sulk. They went out and played. Pickens finished massive. 9 catches for 144 yards and a touchdown, asserting himself as a top target after a trade that turned a lot of heads this year. Lamb wasn't quiet either. He caught a touchdown and helped jumpstart the offense once the starters rotated back in. Discipline meet redemption. They sat for one series and then dominated the storylines the way star receivers should. From a team culture angle, the way Dallas handled it is textbook modern NFL: quick, internal, public-facing minimalism. Owner Jerry Jones and the coaching staff framed it around missed meetings and curfew discipline, not a morality play. Schottenheimer's public take was simple: there were some things missed, so had a conversation with those guys, and that was easy. The message was clear: accountability, yes; cancel culture, no. Get corrected, play, and move forward. ProFootballRumors.com. There are bigger ripples, though. Pickens is in a contract year, and his performance in Dallas now carries both immediate and long-term weight. He's flashed big play ability since the trade, and nights like this, a benching followed by a dominant game, complicate the calculus for the front office. Do you punish and move on, or do you evaluate the roster and the cap and try to keep a burgeoning weapon in town? Jerry Jones has publicly indicated openness to keeping Pickens long-term, but that conversation just got more interesting. Reuters feed. For Lamb, the optics are different but still meaningful. He's a team leader and a face of the franchise. A curfew miss by a star invites scrutiny because leaders are supposed to set the tone. Lamb owning the mistake, denying the salacious rumor, and then delivering on the field is the best possible PR play for a player of his stature. He took the small discipline, showed up, and let performance quiet the rest. That's how leaders diffuse noise. So there's also a competitive takeaway. The Cowboys won 33-16, and for all the off-field chatter, that's the backbone of the response. The earliest moments of an NFL game are often about tone setting. Benching 2 top receivers for one series sends a message inside the locker room about priorities and standards. But when those same players go out and help rip the game open, it reinforces a second message: accountability won't cost you wins if your best guys still show up and perform. That balance, discipline without crippling the team, is a difficult coaching tightrope, and for one night, Dallas walked it. TheScore.com. Still, expect the story to hang around a little. Social media never forgets a gambling town anecdote, and the rumor about vomiting, even if false, will get clipped and replayed for clicks. The team will likely keep this episode internal from here on out. A meeting, a reminder about standards, maybe a lighter touch of leadership counseling. For fans and analysts, it becomes a little footnote in a season that's still very much being written, one where the Cowboys need consistency more than drama. Newsweek. If you want the headline, 2 stars missed curfew after a night out, accepted a brief discipline, then played like stars. The scandal that never was got louder than the actual consequence, and the outcome was what matters most to coaches and fans: a convincing win and strong individual performances. For now, that's the end of the story. But in sports, small moments have a way of growing teeth if left unattended. The smarter franchises treat them as teachable, not terminal. WTOP News. If you want the image that sticks, two players sitting on the bench for 10 plays, then running onto the field and reminding everyone why they're starters in the first place. Drama met discipline met performance, and on Monday night, performance won.